Yep, absolutely. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is a Painful Excellence podcast. Smash the like button. Some of you have been through it. Some of you are currently going through it. Some of you are deciding whether to go through it. And this topic scares enough people away from marriage. Divorce. This is something that used to be looked down on, but now it seems to be a way of life in American culture. It's kind of, it's like you see it and you hear about it constantly, and it's like, wow, what do you do? How do you deal with it? Everyday American life, right? That's what it seems like. And it's not cool. It's not cool. Had a conversation yesterday, we was talking about what these other countries are doing as far as American currency is concerned. I mean, as far as freezing out American currency and these other countries, India, Russia, I was just reading something about the Saudis looking to move away from the American dollar. And I said part of the reason is the America's collapsing on the inside out, from the inside out. And we have no moral, we have no ethics. I just saw another video where you have a bunch of trans people literally beating people up. These are this is this country's based on Christian principles. At least I thought they were. And there are exceptions to the rule. Yeah, we're Christian and we pray to Jesus Christ and, Almighty Lord and whatever. But I want to parade around in a dress and wear lipstick and have a 5 o'clock shadow. You understand? There is no in between. But, in this country, we got all these freedoms and, look, I have no problem with how you want to live your life. I got a problem when you're trying to force that on your life on me. It's not normal to me. I can coexist with you. I can be your neighbor. But I got a problem when you want to teach my children about your lifestyle in educational settings. That kind of conversation is left for me at home. Our kids don't need to learn about what kind of intercourse you guys have or you ladies have amongst each other. They don't need to learn that. Now, if they want to learn about a man and a woman and what happens in school, that used to be called, it was a course in school when I was in school called human biology. Man, woman, child. All right? Man, woman, child. Not Adam and Steve and we can adopt a boy and mold him. And I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but, I guess this is relevant because I'm talking about, once again, day number 2, I'm talking about how something that is so common in American culture affects our country. If we are dysfunctional, y'all ever had those people that, it's a group of y'all and this one person is cool, but my God, you just know you can't invite this person to the party. It could be a male or female. Because every time you invite them, that one person, it could be 7 of y'all, but that one person will goof it up for everyone, and everyone else at the destination, whether it be a party, any kind of social setting, they look at that one person like, yo, who brought this person? And now all of y'all are looking stupid. Because now y'all away from home and y'all are kind of responsible for this fool. And at the end of the day, you're saying, who invited Georgette? Who invited Joe? Every time we go somewhere with this person, it's a problem. Well, this is how they're looking at the United States of America right now. Dysfunction has become the norm. Dysfunction has become the norm. We have shows like Jerry Springer, Divorce Court, Maury. You just don't see things like this in other countries. To my knowledge, you don't. And these foreign women, they want all these freedoms, and they come to this country and say, oh, we can do this. And they lose a sense of what they were raised to be around. You come around here with all these freedoms, there's a result. The result is the rest of the world don't want to deal with us. Divorce. Let's talk about it. Quick roll call. Love is the word. Salute. Mac of the South, my brother. Mark Wonderlick. My brother Woke. Mona D. Hey, how are you? James Doon, good to see you. Andrew Gray. Rod Neal, my brother. Smoke and Talk. Salute, salute, salute. Big Texas in the building. Oh, it jumped on me. Acondo, my brother. Tay Tay, how are you? Do. Jumping on me crazy. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let me share this video with y'all. This is something I saw on the gram. And this is it was pretty on point. Peep, y'all.
Not to get married to an American woman is because most American women are wired for divorce. Many of them come into your life just to divorce you. They are okay with going through a divorce. They are not willing to take any hit. Any little thing. I'm about to go to the car. I'm about to go to court and get a divorce with you right now. I ain't playing with you, boy. I don't want you no more. I'm gonna check out this relationship. I do not want to go through that. Most American women live on fast food. Checkers, KFC, Popeye chicken, and McDonald's. I do not want to go through having to buy food every day outside. This is one of the reasons why I would prefer to get married to an African woman, because African women, they have been trained to make food in the house. They have been trained to stay in the relationships no matter what happens. It's very difficult for an African woman to get a divorce. Why I prefer not to get married.
Now, let me say this. Okay. William, what up? Let me say this. Are there grounds for divorce? Yes, there is. But last I checked, the leading reason for divorce is irreconcilable differences. I see him, leave him there. Leave him there for 5 minutes. I see him, leave him there for 5 minutes. Derek Gaines, salute. I see him, leave him there for 5 minutes. Leave him there for 5 minutes. Leave him there for 5 minutes. Irreconcilable differences is define that. Has anybody gone through that in the chat, a divorce and filed for reconcilable differences? Anybody? Anybody? What is irreconcilable? Mark Wonderlick, I know you be going through it, brother. I know. Derek, don't worry about it. This is a soy boy. I caused his divorce from his mother. I fucked his mother, and well, old school salute. And you know what happened. I might have a son. I was a wild boy in the 90s, but whatever. So Irreconcilable differences. What does that mean? You know what I've seen it mean? Um, First of all, Philip, salute. First of all, a lot of divorces, a majority, Nicholas, what up? A majority of the divorces in the United States, is it not over finances? Is it not over finances? We're gonna talk about it, man. I've seen and heard some strange things about why women have filed for divorce. I'll never forget, I was watching, of course, Kevin Samuels, and a woman said that her husband became financially abusive. Financially abusive. How do you become financially abusive? Explain that to me. How do you become financially abusive? Tell me. How does one become financially abusive? How does that work? Love is a word says, to me, it means that you guys can't figure out a solution to your problem and you would rather walk away than to fix them. That's what it really means. Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And when she says you guys, that she's not saying men. She's saying that the couple, they become arguing like brother and sister. They're no longer a couple. They're just bickering. You know, no therapy, no marital counseling, nothing. And I forget what the number is, but women end up filing for divorce, a majority of them, and they walk away from the marriage. And we all know how this works out. You know, they walk away from the marriage, but who benefits from the divorce, y'all? Put in the chat, who benefits from divorce? Who benefits from divorce? Is it the man or the woman? A woman has to file for divorce, but who pays for the court fees? The man. If there's children involved, who gets custody? The woman. If there's a house involved, who gets the house? The woman. She got the house, she got the kids. Stormy, salute. She taking one of the cars. If you only have one, she's getting that. You getting hit up for child support. Yeah, Philip D. She said he's become financially, and she said, we said common sense, salute. She said he's becoming financially and emotionally abusive. And I said, I've never heard that before. Financially abusive? And guess what? You know what show that was, y'all? Let me remind y'all. Was y'all watching the show where the woman said, matter of fact, he was an older gentleman and he had gotten terminally ill. And he spent all this time taking care of her. He got ill. All right. Trevor, what up? Yeah, see, he saw it. He saw it. He got Mike the Reaper, salute. He got terminally ill. He got terminally ill. And he became emotionally and financially abusive. He couldn't be depressed because he was cancer and bedridden and thought he was about to die. And that was when he needed his wife the most. But she divorced him because he became financially and emotionally abusive. She wasn't there to say, it's going to be okay. I got you. But she left him. And she was the biggest piece of turd in the world. think that a lot of the family's been here. So now we can do this. We can do that. Stormy, remember that text I sent you? Yeah. I don't know if you missed it or not, but the troll was in here. Documentation beats conversation. F+, get to the back of the classroom. You had a retard amongst adults here. Teach, what up? So, when that thing happens, so yeah. Change are coming. So anyway, yeah, of course. And you see, the thing is, I want to talk about things like that. Women are the ones filing for divorce. Irreconcilable differences. What's the latest word that you've been hearing over the last 3 years? That term, narcissist. Picasso, what up? Oh, he was a narcissist. What does that mean? I know what it means, but what does that mean to women? What, he thought about himself? We're supposed to. If you're in a relationship with us, we're supposed to think about ourselves, because whatever decisions we make as far as income, as it opposed to taking care of the household, that involves you. Is it narcissistic making a decision for the household because you're the head of the household? Or is it narcissistic, for you to try and contradict every decision that man tries to make because you just have a kitty cat and spit out a baby? This is an issue. And it scared men so much that men aren't even, they are barely considered getting married in America. Well, men want to be married. What's unfortunate is, you already know where I'm going to go. They don't want to do it here. They don't want to work with women here. Women get all the benefits in the world here for marriage. And they'll start waving divorce papers in your face. If they even, how many times you heard, oh, we grew apart? Bullshit. You got bored. Omega Red, salute. You got bored. And you obviously think the grass is greener. You're bored at home. And check this out. There are women that legitimately just do things for no reason other than they're bored. There's a movie about that. Oh, I know Will Old School. Yeah. Yep. Oh, Philip D. I remember that. Kendra G had to ask that shorty, are you trolling me? There was another chick on the Kendra G show. Do y'all remember that? Her husband was terminally ill. She had a baby with him, of course. And she was still married, but looking for a man as a backup. I swear, it's my right hand of God. Kendra had to say, she was like, are you trolling me? And had to let her know, you are the worst person in the world. The absolute worst. But you see, that was normalized. What about the woman that was on, right, with her stomach hanging out, talking about she's looking for a man? You see a man walking around in the back, and she was like, okay, well, you don't have to answer. When was the last time you got smashed? And she said, just a little while ago. And Kendra was like, that homie in the back? Well, yeah, but that was just her bend over buddy. Wait a minute. So you're on here looking for a man, but your bend over buddy is still in the crib? What do you do? You see, that's from women getting too comfortable. And let me be very clear. The reason why women are walking around doing that like it's normal is because we've taken away shame out of the Black community. Hell, we've taken shame away from women, period, all across America, no matter what your ethnicity is. We've removed shame to the point where they think that that is okay. That's not okay. And ladies, I don't want to hear the argument, oh, well, if men do it, they're looked at as studs. No, guess what? It's still wrong. Because I've had my moments growing up, but be clear, I was young and ridiculous. That's number one. Number two, I always had friends that did far worse than me. Didn't make my shit any better, but guess what? I was safe. But here's number three. You ready for this? And number three is a woman's number one. Why the fuck would you want to be like a smutted out dude anyway?
Whoa! What What?
That's right, Derek Gaines. She got mad and hung up on Kendra. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. I remember that. And you see, I remember when Kendra had that little, I ain't gonna call it a spat. She had a conversation with Kevin Samuels, and he gracefully explained things to her, and she got in her feelings, and the next day started, shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right, whatever. But if you look at her show now, all of the principles that he lived by, that he spoke about, that a lot of us men already knew, guess what? If you watch her show now, and I recommend it, because you see some gems on there. I recommend it. Check the women that hate her now. I remember some chick came on there and she said, oh, you want all women to be pick-me's. And she had to put those bitches in their place. It went from women like Kendra, the old Kendra, because there's two Kendras now. Kevin degrades women and all this nonsense. How dare he ask them their dress size and, weight, when's the last time, and ask them to rate themselves. Fast forward a couple of years later, what do we get? The Kendra cam. Is that not the same thing? Kevin asked these women to rate themselves. You know what one of the most pleasant shows Kevin ever had? Was when he did a whole show where women would call, they beamed in for, Bert, what up? For ratings, specifically for ratings. That was the most pleasant show. Do you know why? Every woman that called the show and got on the camera, he didn't show all of them. You know what happened in that show? I don't recall. I have to go back and look at it, but I don't recall one argument. And all of those women ranked themselves wrong. Guess what they did? They underranked themselves. Oh, Kev, what you think? I'm about he said, well, what do you rate yourself? I'm about a 5 or a 6. He says, no, you're an 8. Really? Yeah, you're an 8. Do y'all remember that show? I remember that show. I was like, wow, not one. I don't recall one argument. Funny, they didn't have a problem with what Kevin was saying. They wasn't telling him, oh, you want us to be pick-me's. No. Why is it that those women, he had a good number of women calling up for ratings, and all of them met a criteria, and they underrated themselves. These were humble women, realistic, very modest, minds open to learn, and they're realistic in their approach. And it was a pleasant show, not one argument. And by the way, all of those arguments that the women that don't meet the criteria, that overrank themselves, he just tells them what high value men want, and what men want in particular, and what we shouldn't have to put up with. Well, take me as I am. You'll find a dude that'll take you as you are, but not the dude you want, because those women want the men that are in the top 1%. Now, okay, you can shoot for the stars and land on the moon. Maybe it might work out for you, but you want the top 1-2% of men. High value men, as defined on his show, that he didn't even make that up. I forgot where he got it from, but it's been around before. It predates him. He didn't make it up. And then you're talking about the top 2% of men. Now, how many of those men meet the physical criteria that these women say they want? Over 6 feet tall, with a 6-pack abs, and 6 or above in the pants. How many men meet that criteria? Now you done knocked it down to 1.5, maybe 1 or a half, that are wealthy and good looking. How many of those men meet that criteria that look exactly like The Rock? The Rock is like 6'5". Go ahead. How many rocks are out there that we don't know about? There might be some. What are the odds that Bone Quisha from Edenwald Projects, all 5'2" of her, 300 pounds of her, Quiet Storm, salute. All 5'2" Anthony, salute. 300 pounds of her is gonna bag that guy. I'm just saying. And when he said that this is the reality, face it, then that's when the terror starts. He tells you the real, and it's like, no, you're just telling me that because you're gay and you're a narcissist and you hate your mama and you hate black women. Okay, let's say all of that is true. Holler back at the world when you find that man.
What?
Still waiting. And what does this have to do with divorce? Because you know what happens? These ladies walk around with that attitude. And look, I done been through the statistics, whether you believe it or not. I done been through all the statistics. But they walk around with that attitude and they get involved. And these laws are 100% in favor of these women. Now, let me wrap to the dudes for a second. Men. Joseph Townsend in the building. Salute. Men. Let me be very clear when I tell you this. You need to exercise control with your genitalia. You really do. Okay, as you get older, it gets easier, because when you've built something from the ground up, first of all, that means you've been busy. And in this day and age, if you're making over $70,000 a year, you're doing pretty good for yourself. All right. And if you got this far with no children, no headaches, you know what I'm saying? You have a lot to lose, and you need to be very selective in who you choose to spend the rest of your life with. Who you choose. So you need to choose right. So when you're swiping on those apps, something that I don't identify with, because I've been married way before that. But if that's how these kids meet up today, then that's what it is. You have the right to choose. You really need to be careful. Fellas, you ain't got to sleep with everything, even if when it's accessible. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can say no. There's been many times in my life coming up where I said no to something, and a lot of times I don't even know why I said no. I just did it. I just did it. I was like, nah, something ain't right. There's been a few times where I was like, see, that's why I said no to her. See? Sometimes I was just like, should I have said no? Well, you know, you can't take it back. It's like what it is what it is. But I'm talking to the men right now. You really, really need to be very selective. You're the king in this situation. Thank you, Joseph Townsend. Let me put that up here. Because guess what? That does make you more attractive. And that's something you can't tell a teenager or a young man in his 20s trying to sow those oats. And that's where most of the mistakes are made. If you're going to sow those oats, you need to be very, very particular about who and what you're doing it with. Let me tell you something, man. There's more. You have access to more than enough eye candy on social media and everything else. Go home, shake dice, and and fix your mind so you can think straight. Because in your 20s all the way up to your 30s, you should be focusing on your bag and your retirement. I'm not saying that you shouldn't date and have some kind of fun. I'm not saying that. I'm saying while you're doing that, you need to be careful. Now, I did see an article where it said that a lot of men are choosing, pornography and over dating or something. I didn't really read it, but I think that's to me, just listening to it. And salute to you, Mark. I know you be going through it, but you stuck in it. It was written in a negative light, and I saw some women reviewing it, and I said, I really don't want it, because I think that's an angry conversation. Because you know what I see? Men are choosing to shake dice, but I'm looking at their bank account, and I'm like, well, not like, because not like I'm looking at their bank account, but I'm saying I'm watching their lifestyle. They have a nice car. They have their own. They ain't got kids all over the place. I think they're winning in life because they're not adding to the negative into society. You know what I mean? So when women come around and try and shame a man for wanting to stay home and just, whack one out before he goes to work, or comes home and says, I'd rather do that because it's safer, that man should be praised. But you know what? They'll shame a man for doing that. There's a whole article talking about that. I've seen videos and stuff, but watch this. Why is that shunned upon? But I see sisters in the chat. What's a rose?
Whoa! What the it's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. What?
What's a rose? Wait, I'm saying that, but I know what it is. And guess what? Watch this. I'd rather y'all use a rose than to be on a drought where you haven't had a physical touch for about a year, and then you say, you know what, I'm gonna let my guard down. I'm gonna go back to the ex, or I'm gonna finally just lay up with this dude, and I know I have no business, and then you make a mistake, whether it's pregnancy or an STD or something. Get it out so you could think clearly. Get it out so you could think clearly. Man, Derek Gaines, salute to you, brother. I just had I had a lot of men in my life to steer me in the right direction. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not perfect. Although I had great advice and mentorship. I have an older brother, I have older cousins, I have uncles, I have my father. I still, the best lessons in the world is experience, and I still stepped out of character to do certain things, and I had to learn myself. I'm not perfect. Nope. But I can tell you things through experience. You see this? This is not only age. 47. Proudly. I'm in the best shape of my life. Physically and mentally. I can watch situations and see how it's going to play out. I'm not perfect. I am human. Like, we had that troll that comes in here every night. I promise you that's about to be over. Get my views up. I told him that last week, and I'll be damned. I told him that a couple of days ago, and I'll be damned. This channel's about to be monetized. I need about 55 more. And we partying. And he is contribute to that. And I could say a whole lot more, but I'm not. I'm a man of action. So yeah. Yeah, exactly, Tay-Tay. Admit it. It's all good. It's all good. But guess what? You know what we could say about Tay-Tay? She ain't got a baby daddy. And she says that proudly. Proudly. Soul power, my brother. Salute. Yeah, that's right, Tay-Tay. We working over here. I'm a content creator, not a content hater. When people make time to go bother other people, that tells you everything that you need to know about them. Everything. I'm working here. My view time, my watch time, I've been had that months ago. And soon YouTube will send me the nice little email. Would you like to be a part of the AdSense program? Yes. And then I'm going to get to work on my other channel. I mean, there's content there, but now I'm going to dedicate more to that channel. Go subscribe to Bear Cave Entertainment. Matter of fact, this is what you do when the haters do weird stuff. This is Bear Cave Entertainment, right? What I got 218 subs over there right now. All right. And I barely had put content on there, but it's how we do it. That's my third channel, y'all. I'm going to have 3 channels soon that are monetized, and I'm a content creator, and I appreciate y'all for hanging with me. This is what I do, and I do it for the fun. But I did say, if they're going to cut me a check, I'm going to treat it like a business. And do you let people come and try and ruin your business? No. Because if they do, they're in debt to you. You ruin my business, you have to pay me. But I'm talking too much. Oh, I haven't started a Bear Cave Live yet, but I'm going to do one soon. I'm waiting for the right time, James. I'm waiting for the right time. I'm waiting for the right time. Because that's my nerd channel. I'm waiting for the right time. Comic books, movies, video games. We have a ball over there. And I'm going to get my boy Platboy Plays up there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to cook. We're going to have fun over there, man. But this has become fun for me. Because I love talking with y'all. I really do. And I realize I got a lot to say. Oh, that's my nerd channel, Tay. That's my nerd channel. Woke, salute, good brother. You see, we have fun over here, but you know that's why I tell y'all, ignore the retarded kids in the back. And you know what's funny? These are grown adolescents. Some of these cats are older than me. Some of these cats actually got their children to try and troll me. I swear to God. I swear. And if I'm disturbing your life like that just by doing this, salute. You can't stop me. All you got to do is turn me off. But no, don't turn me off. Get my views up. Get my views up, get my views up, get my views up. I need you to go to Bear Cave now. I just dropped the link and start thumbs downing and disrespecting all my videos. Do that because you're getting my watch time up. We need to get the watch time up first, and then I'll put more content for you to disrespect me. Then I'll do some lives for you to disrespect me some more, and you'll turn around and I'll be at a stack over there too, because that's a whole nother audience I'm gonna tap into. I'm a nerd. I'm a big kid, and I'm smiling all the way to the bank. One time, I went to my bank. Oh, Stormy, you are the first guest. You are the first guest, man. That's without question. That goes without question. And it was the 23rd, and I was doing some work, and I looked at my account, and I had a good month from YouTube. I'm talking a good month. One of those months where you could pay your mortgage, your utilities, your cell phones, and you still had about a stack left over. I was so happy. I left right in front of the bank. I looked around and I dropped it. I banged out 30. Banged it out. And I was on my way to the gym. Showing her what up. And when I jumped up, there's two ladies and the dude was standing there. It was like, yo, you a personal trainer? No. Well, damn, you need to do that because I need to get into the gym. All three of those people, yeah, take my number down, man. Because we trying to get in shape. Two ladies and a dude. I said, I'm not a personal trainer, but I work out right there. Lady was like, I will pay you. I need a schedule. I will pay you a couple of dollars just to come exercise. I said, I'm not, because, I can get sued for that. I can tell you what I do. I can give you a little regimen, but I'm not a professional. She said, I don't care. Life is good. Content creator, not a content hater. And salute to all the content creators. I'm at your service. I'm going to do another meeting. What did he say? He said, I'm going to hit you up on IG so I can pick your brain regarding my growth. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Soul Power, I'm going to I just haven't had time to do it. I'm going to do another Zoom meeting. I did one about a month or so ago about with content creators. I know Anthony was on there and a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? So anything I can do to help y'all, I'm at your service because people help me. People help me. Joe, whatever you want to do, brother, you already know, bro. You already know. It's a refreshing thing. Me and Stormy was talking earlier. I'm 100%, the universe is real. You get what you put out. You eat bad, what happens to you? Your health plummets and you look different. And the result is you can mess yourself up. But if you eat right, and I'm not talking about diseases that you can get just by chance, like diabetes, you know what I'm saying, and hypertension. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about conventionally, when you eat right, you get enough rest, and you exercise regularly, the result is you can live longer and you'll look different. That's just it. Well, that's life. If you put out positive vibes, right? And you speak from the heart truthfully, the universe is going to reward you. That's just how it is. And you might not even see it. That's what I'm saying. And I know it's difficult, but stop paying attention. I promise. I'm bringing this back to the topic. When you put out more positive, you will get, I'm telling you, the return you'll get, you won't even be able to see it sometimes if you're not paying attention. If you're not paying attention. That's why I tell you, hate is love. I like it when that troll comes up in here. He gets my views up. He's not hurting anybody. He's helping me. He's helping me. You know how you hurt people? You don't give them this on social media. You don't recommend their video. You leave them alone. You know how you hurt us? Unsubscribe. Well, if you're an idiot, you're really not hurting anybody. But that's less views. You understand? The trolls are funny. They are. That tells you everything that you need to know about them. And he's watching you right now, grinding his teeth, because he got a channel that hasn't moved in a year. And I'm rocking and rolling. And I'm happy where I'm at. But I'm not content. See, now I want more. And you know what more for me is? You see what Soul Power just said? My goal is everybody that asks for my help at some point to get all of you over 1,000 organic from the mud. And it's going to take some time. Do you know how satisfying it was to help my brother Trill Will get to 1,000? Then he lost his channel and he was about to quit. And I called the brother up. I said, brother, don't quit. That's what they want. Boots on the ground. Let's work. And I think he live right now. Monetized again 2 times. That's fulfilling. G5 Gabe, the same thing. I helped him the best way that I could. Southern T, same thing. Helped him the best way that I could. Put him on the live stream and everything. Those are my guys, and we don't talk every day. But when cats reached out to me, I said, I'm here. Cadillac Red, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. He hit me up some mornings and said, what you cooking on? I said, don't matter. You want a link? Let's go. I'm at your service, man. That's what a community is. That's what a community is. That's why I tell y'all, there's 1,001 people on YouTube talking about, there's probably talking about me right now. Guess what? Thank you. I don't care. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. This is a very important call. Hold on. Yeah, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to take that call. I had to help my brother out. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm helping my brother out. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah, Teach, I see what you're saying, brother. Yeah, I see what you're saying, brother. And you see this right there? You remember how hard I went in the paint for him? And Blue's one of the brothers that helped me out a great deal. Y'all have no idea. You know what I mean? And he ain't asked me for a dime. And he could have. And I'd have paid it too. You understand? And, you know, this is the deal, man. You get what you put out. You eat right, you exercise right, you're going to be healthy, and your look is a byproduct of how you take care of yourself. If you eat bad and you're drinking and smoking, your look is a byproduct of what you've done to yourself. So that's how I treat life. So let's bring the conversation full circle, right? This country is a byproduct of what we've done to ourselves. Divorce rate is up, right? How does divorce affect our country? If we can't keep our marriage rate together, if we can't keep that the marriage rate up, if divorce is up, and we can't keep our households together, how do we keep the country together? I just told y'all last show, this whole country's in disarray. Starting with our household. If you can't keep your household together, how are we supposed to keep this country together? What we're going through in our households, it's not happening in other countries. Are you calling those women pick-me's over there? No. The women have men in their lives. I come from an era where divorce was a bad thing. Kids needed to go to therapy when parents went to divorce. I said there were kids that went to therapy when their parents got divorced. I mean, that was groundbreaking. Now it's damn near celebrated. Y'all want an example? Let me give you an example. Look at this, y'all. Watch this. You see that? Look at this, y'all.
You know what? Men, if you put a baby in something like this, you deserve everything you get. You put a baby in something like this, you deserve everything you get. See, it's not the music teaching the behavior. It's not nothing. They're passing it down from generation to generation. You see, generation to generation. She gonna dress like her mama. She gonna have the same attitude as her mama. She gonna act like her mama. It's sad, but it's true. And if you're gonna put your seed in this mess, then your seed is gonna have this type of outcome.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Y'all see that? Now let me ask you a question. Who took that goddamn picture? And I doubt I doubt it was the father. But there are some fathers that think that things like that are cute. All right. Some of these dudes ain't entirely innocent with this. Let me pull up this picture for y'all. Y'all not gonna believe this. Y'all are not gonna believe this picture I'm about to show you. Y'all ready for this? Yo, look at this. Look at this. I don't want that little nigga sitting anywhere near my nieces in school. If that little nigga does something sneaky or does something out of pocket to your niece in the school, and then you show up to the school like, yo, what the fuck? And then in walks this nigga. Look at this nigga. In walks this nigga. What Junior did? He touched my niece. What'd your niece have on? I'm knocking all his teeth out his mouth. All of them. He will never smile again properly. I'm knocking all his teeth out. What did she do, looking ass nigga? And she pregnant. That was the baby shower. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 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 Other countries see that. And I bet you my bottom dollar, at any point, that woman, when she get tired of him, if a bill late, he smoked up all the weed, whatever they got going on over there. When she get tired, she gonna think the grass is greener to the next nigga that looks like that and gives off that same vibe, but he's about 10 years younger. And all of a sudden, that dude is a narcissist. He's abusive. And it's nigga, get out. Household broken. Many resources estimate the U.S. divorce rate is about 50%, but the actual percentages of marriages that end in divorce vary between 40% to 50%. For those who fear their marriage will end in divorce, the statistic is reassuring and suggests that they are more likely to stay married than divorced. So there's a fear there. According to various studies, the 4 most common causes of divorce are lack of commitment, infidelity, or extramarital affairs, too much conflict and arguing, and lack of physical intimacy. The least common reasons are lack of shared interest and incompatibility between partners. Well, let's analyze this. 4 common causes of divorce are lack of commitment. And then it says infidelity. What do you mean lack of commitment? Okay. When men say they're going to do something, you know, fellas, you have to follow through with it. Ryan Wright, salute. A lack of commitment to whom? To me, how I take that is a woman comes into a situation with expectations. Men go into situations with a marriage and they expect certain things. When these needs aren't met, men today, if they voice their opinion, the woman will call him a narcissist. Baby, I worked 12 hours. I traveled back and forth 1 hour in each direction. I'm out the house 14 hours a day. I come home, you're sitting on the couch, the TV's on, the kids aren't cleaned up, there's dishes in the sink, I need a hot meal. I'll order some food. No, I want some food that you cooked. I can't be eating, Uber Eats all fucking day. It's a waste of money. And can you cook? I'm not your slave.
What?
No, you're my wife. That don't mean I'm supposed to do anything and everything. You're being abusive. You don't touch me anymore. You don't hold me. You don't spend time with me. I'm out the house 14 hours a day. All of this shit, I'm paying for a majority of it. And that's only Amanah Salute. And that's only a stay-at-home wife. Look, as a wife, you still have duties. As a husband, you still have duties. You don't feel like cooking? What if I don't feel like going to work? Who's going to pay for all that half of this shit if you're paying for half or a quarter of it? You don't hold up your end of the bargain by doing wifely duties. What if I don't hold up my end of the bargain as a husband? But why should you have this conversation? You know why? Because this level of dysfunction has become normalized, which is why divorce is up. If we don't have our household together, who the fuck are we as a country? We're getting divorced every 5 goddamn minutes. Name a country with a higher divorce rate than America. I could be wrong. I didn't research it. So they say lack of commitment. What do you mean lack of commitment? You take vows when you get married. The only people I see not honoring their vows is the woman. Why do I say that? They're the ones filing for divorce all over the goddamn place. The majority of them are them. Infidelity. Okay. Name the rate in which men cheat. Do y'all remember the number? Name it. Anna Young, salute. Name the rate in which men cheat. Then name the rate in which women cheat. Go ahead. You can cheat. I mean, yeah, you can cheat. You can look at Google. You can look it up. Well, I'll tell you this. I don't remember the exact number, but Mr. Shelton said 26%. Quiet Storm, look at that. Look at that. Men at 28%, women at 24%. That's a 4% difference, which means everybody doing the same thing when they decide to do it. Everyone doing the same thing when they decide to do it. So nobody's innocent when they decide to do it. Women basically do it at the same rate. So when you talk about infidelity, the difference is the woman could be dead wrong, but she's still going to get the house. She's still going to keep the kids. You're still going to have to pay for the house that you're not living in anymore. You're going to have to give up a car. You're going to have to pay child support. So why do you think marriage is down? What are we getting awarded for? You can't be serious, my man. Can't be serious. What else they said? Or extramarital affairs. What does that mean, y'all? Extramarital affairs? What does that mean? Infidelity or extramarital affairs. What does that mean, y'all? Tell me what you think that means. Extramarital affairs. They said infidelity, which means it's different from extramarital affairs. What does that mean? Because you know how I'm interpreting this? This seems like, okay, extramarital affairs. Would that mean working too much? When a man is pulling all of these hours at work and the woman is saying, hey, you're not giving me any attention. It's like, bitch, I'm working. I'm not giving you attention. I haven't had a hot meal in years. Shauna says it means side sex. It could mean that. But who's having the side sex? When it's 28% of the men and 24% of the women. And guess what? The men, yo, listen, you know what's a stat I never looked up? Married people who cheat with other married people. He cheated on his wife with a woman, but the woman was also married. A lot of that shit going on too. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's innocent. What about this? The woman knows that dude is married. The man knows that she's married. Look at this. My mom got the house after my parents got divorced, and she lost the house later because she couldn't afford the paint. Bro, see? You see that? You see? Sometimes these chicks will get everything they want. They think they want. Yeah, I got the house. That mortgage is $3,500 a month. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. And here's the thing. These reasons for divorce. Listen, I've watched Divorce Court. A lot of that stuff, I don't even know if that shit is real because it'd be so like ridiculous. Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. You know what? That's actually a whole other show. That's a whole other show. Sex is a weapon. Thank you. That's Monday's show. Sex is a weapon. Thank you, love is the word. That's a move, ladies. You will never win. You will never win that. Sex is a weapon. That's Monday. Say sex is a weapon. So when I shoot, meet your death in less than 8 seconds. Jay-Z. Sex is a weapon. It's a game you'll never win. Thank you, baby. So extramarital affairs, they're not clear on that. Too much conflict and arguing and lack of physical intimacy. I don't understand. Too much arguing and lack of intimacy. That sex is a weapon right there. All of these things lead to divorce. Irreconcilable differences. Who initiates divorce more? A study led by the American Sociological Association determined that nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women. And the percentage of college-educated American women who initiated divorce is even higher. Jesus Christ. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. Oh my God. Hold on. How do I pin that? God damn. How do I pin that? I don't know how to pin something on it. I know Stormy taught me how to do it one time. Pop out chat. How do I pin something? Sham it. Someone tell me how to pin something. The payments were only $1,200 a month. She was used to being a stay-at-home wife for 23 years and couldn't keep up. Now the house is worth oh my God. And my mom lives in a rented town. Oh shoot, man. And let me tell you something. Y'all was supposed to keep that property in your bloodline, man. She fumbled the rock, man. You see that? Over foolishness. Now, I'm not speaking on y'all situation. I'm not speaking on y'all situation. I'm just saying it's crazy. Yeah, I want to copy and paste it, Picasso. Let me see something. Paste. Oh, it's too. Wait. Hold on. P.E.P from KC5, salute. How do I pin a Jeff Sparks, salute. There you go. Pin message. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Read that, y'all. Divorces are initiated by women. 70% of divorces are initiated by women. I left the 70 out. Hold on, let me do that over. Let me do that over. Paste. 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Do that. There we go. 70% of divorces are initiated by women, and the percentage of college-educated American women who initiated divorce is even higher. You know what? You know what's being said right here. You know what's being said? Oh, who initiates marriage? We do. We the ones that gotta propose. But what's happening is passport bros. They're saying, yo, we can't look at this. I'm part of the 30%. I'm like, woof, dodged the bullet. Are y'all seeing this? 70%? 70? Picasso said, that's what happened in my divorce. She took the house in spite and told me she couldn't see me with another woman. She let the house go in the foreclosure. I had 2 houses, so I got the other one. Yeah, God. No doubt, Night Train. Yeah, this is sad, Rod. This is sad. Oh, Teach, you know what? I know about that, but you know what? No man should be met with an ultimatum. Marry me or else. Or else what? What you gonna do? Schmuck somebody else? Go. I'm not ready for whatever reason. For whatever reason. You need to find out why I'm not ready. Marriage counseling, church. You can't take all this beef between your legs. You better work something out. You don't give good head, whatever it is. You need to come to an understanding. Whatever you got going on, you need to fix it. Mental, you're exactly right. Don't give me no ultimatum. I've been hit with an ultimatum 2 times in my life, and I'm like, pfft. And if I refuse, what are you gonna do? Yeah, exactly. Don't act like I ain't got options. Trust me. Stay in my face. 150K to about 500K today. Or because she can't stand to see you happy when it was done. See? Look at this. One of his exes, Mr. Joseph Townsend, said one of his exes said she deserves no less than a $20,000 ring. Meanwhile, she stays with at an apartment with her middle school son. Guess who didn't get the ring?
What?
$20,000 ring? She didn't mention anything about investment properties. You see, that's what turns a man with a head on his shoulders on. Fuck the ring. Listen, that engagement ring, you willing to drop 5K on that? Don't do that. Let's get some annuities, get some investments. Look, it's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. Get me some fake shit. We good. Let's do a 10-year plan. I want to get some investment properties. Let's do that. Let's do that. Chicks want the world. $20,000 rings. They want you to come clean up their mess because a lot of these chicks are coming to the table with what? Children out of wedlock. And some of them are getting married. And what are they doing within 4 to 5 years? Divorce. And everything that I'm saying now, this dysfunction that's become normalized for us, Jerry Springer, Maury, divorce court, the rabbit foaming at the mouth housewives or Real Housewives of Atlanta or MILF Island where these chicks are banging each other's sons, Saudi Arabia, Russia, India, China is looking at us like,
What?
this is our competition? This is our competition? This is the power of the country? This is the world power? These fools? All we had to do was give them an application where they could look at themselves dance and shit. And they're telling their whole life story on the internet. Let me get this straight. People are robbing people and going on social media and flashing the shit that they stole and the crime scene and making rap songs about who they killed, and they're going to jail. Look at these last two Biden, Trump. Last 6 years, they're still dealing with racism. Black people still can't go in certain parts of the country. What's going on over there? Really think about that. Go to Africa, black man. Do you think you have to worry about police brutality? I'm sure there's some underhanded stuff going on. But one thing is for sure, you ain't gonna get yanked out your car and beat up because you're black. Not in Africa. How are we supposed to be a world power when we're still trying to figure out what a woman is on Congress floor? It's the only country I know where people are trying to teach little boys how to give blowjobs. I'm not kidding. That's an actual book. All of this stuff. You seen these trannies running around and dancing in front of these little boys? Who said that was okay? What man said that was okay? I'm sure there's a couple out there. But it's usually the women talking about, oh no, this is okay. You know, no, it's not okay, man. Oh, there go Drew blaming women again. There go Drew blaming women again.
What I tell you about my motherfucking vape?
Bitch. Go on now, bitch. Go on now.
What?
Fuck it. Go on now, kitchen. Go sit down. Go sit down.
Say something. Go on, say something. Go ahead. What up, Rod? She thought that was cute, man. Probably baby daddy thought it was funny too. Probably. But do you want that little motherfucker? Because that little kid is innocent of this. He didn't do that by himself. He was trained. He ain't even in first grade. You want that little kid with your niece in there talking about beach, and your little innocent baby's in pre-K like, huh? Or your little nephew comes home talking about beach. Whoa, he wasn't doing that when we left him. What happened? Baby, did you curse this morning? No. What was on TV? Not that. He was watching what these kids used to watch. My kids was young. PJ Masks or whatever it is. So let me get this straight. He was watching, baby girl was watching Doc McStuffins and the little boy was watching PJ Masks. We dropped them at school. They both come home and they're like, beach? Okay. It came from school. So you go to school and be like, yeah, what happened? They weren't doing this when we dropped them off yesterday. Oh, well, we got this little boy and he be like, bitch. And then we take him and he won't stop. I got it. Where that motherfucker parents at? Uh-huh. And when the parents come to school, this is who it is.
Whoa! What the it's kind of pretty before it gets started.
Take that!
Dysfunction is normalized. Yeah. Divorce rate. Okay. One more. Here we go.
You don't want to answer any of the questions. Maybe we'll end with this because we're talking about womanhood. So people can probably shout out the question I'm going to ask you right now.
Okay.
But you know that you're a woman.
Yes.
What is that?
So gender is a social thing. It only
I don't want
makes
to hear
sense.
that. What is a
social-
woman? What
No.
is a woman?
What is a woman?
The word woman is defined in the dictionary. Go.
A woman is somebody who is included and respected and seen and participates in society, recognized by other women. If you speak with women,
Circular definition.
that's mine. Whatever.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You don't want to.
The world is supposed to take us seriously. We're dealing with that shit. This is a real argument nowadays. That man says he's a woman. Now watch this. Let's say some dude walks up and says, you know what? I found you attractive and I want to make a baby with you.
Whoa! What the it's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, frog money court and he did ride. Crambo. Froggy went a-courting, he did ride Crambo.
What?
Conversation's over. And they're gonna be like, we can adopt and we could do this, we could do that. No. He wants to make a baby with you. Can you do that? No. Yeah, Joe. William, what up? Bruce Jenner got Women of the Year. I did another video where this tranny kid got Beauty Pageant of the Year amongst all of these girls. If that was my daughter, and she's been training to be a model and learning how to walk, because that's work, learning how to walk the runway, learning how to smile and turn properly in heels, and she loses to some fat fucking kid, because that's what it was. Look at my show, it's there somewhere. And she lost to some fat boy. What are we talking about? And oh, William, I didn't even do a whole, I didn't even touch that yet. Y'all heard about what Nike did? Let me read this to you because I didn't do a video. Nike angers feminists over choosing controversial trans influencer Dillian Mulvaney as new face of its women's sports bra, days after Bud Light was slammed for putting her on can. Oh my God. Godfather.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
With each passing day, I miss Kevin Samuels, man. Everything that man said, number one, has been on my mind and a lot of men's minds. Xavier, what up? But the direction that the world was going, he was telling us. Aaron, salute. And I know that the black manosphere is in a bit of disarray right now, and I'm not going to get into that. Y'all, if y'all seen it, y'all know. And I'm not a part of that. I'm part of the LDBC. I'm not a part of that, but I'm watching that. It's gotten real ugly. Further proof how we're divided as a people, but that I'm not involved in that. I see what's going on. But there are brothers that talk about shit like this, and they're saying, hey, man, we've been going down this route for a long time. They've been trying to get us to conform. They're trying to get our kids. I was just reading something that they want to check your children's genitalia. Oh yeah, Joseph. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get. You notice I ain't speak on that at all. I have nothing to say. I have my own opinion, and I'm gonna keep it right to myself. But you see what's happening there now, right? You see what's happening. Some sharp brothers in there at each other's throats. You seen that, right? You see it, right? You're seeing it for yourself. And what is that woman doing? Echo chamber. And she tells you what she's doing. I'm not gonna knock her hustle. It is what it is. I'm just watching all these brothers, you know, the spears right in the chest. I'm like, what are y'all doing? She said what she said. That's it. Dennis Sperling was asked to remove himself from the manosphere. Y'all saw that? He said, okay. He removed himself, and look what happened. Look what happened. He done told y'all. I ain't even gonna get into it, y'all. I'm gonna get into it. That's right, Joseph. That's all. That's all she did. And yeah. Yeah, Stormy, word. My Africans, right? Right? You got some brothers that say, hey man, you know, I ain't want to talk about it. Whatever. I ain't got nothing to do with what's going on over here. I'm over here. My channel's not even big enough. I don't want none of them niggas, you know, reviewing my content and trying. You know how people do. You have an opinion, next thing you know, you're an enemy. I'm over here doing me. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'll say this. I watched that thing, and Stormy, can we not, as content creators, can we not identify with exactly what the fuck's going on over there? I looked at that and I said, oh, look. And when it happened, I said, I know exactly what's going to happen. And I hope it don't. And I'll be damned. I was like, wow. Oh, man. There's a whole, it's Iron Man versus Captain America right now. It's Iron Man versus Captain America right now. You're like, wait a minute. I got the Iron Man toy and the Cap toy. Y'all are heroes, man. What are you doing? Thank God I'm not knee deep into that shit. Thank God. Because niggas will get mad at me for not speaking up on it. Well, what is your opinion, though? Where do you stand? Well, if you don't say anything, then you with her. Or if you don't say anything, you against her. And then everybody stop talking to you. So my name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But I see shit for what it is, so it is what it is. Anyway. Exactly, Xavier. They're fighting for the right. Man. What I'm saying is, and you see, this is all relevant. I'm talking about the dysfunction in the country, which makes us an absolute joke. Divorce is one of the jokes. These people could look at the American women, and I'm talking about American women of all races, cultures, and creeds. Nah, don't apologize, Joseph. It's all good. Because this is all relevant. Divorce affects our country in a negative light. Other countries are looking at us and saying, y'all households is all broke up. Army enrollment is down. The armed forces enrollment is down. Y'all are dysfunctional at all angles. How do you think the world is looking at us? If we can't have a proper family structure to look at, the American family is only, how can I say this? The American structure is only as good as its family. When you look at these other countries and you see families, watch this. When you look at these other countries, who's representing their countries? What do the other countries look like? You see a lot of couples, don't you? I'm not talking about the UK. I'm talking about families in other countries. You see families in other countries, man, woman, and a couple of kids running around. Over here, you see more people, single people. Men talking ish, women talking ish. Men talking ish about the women, women talking ish about the men. Men making good points, women making good points. Funny how we can't get the men to have the good points with the women to get together. I don't know. But go back to where I was going with this pinned post. 70% of divorces are initiated by women. And the percentage of college-educated American women who initiated divorce is even higher. You know what they're saying? These women are going to school and getting educated, and they're saying, you know what? I got all this education. I got a bachelor's or a master's, and you only got an associate's, or you don't even have an associate's. Therefore, I am better than you. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? I'm not against women getting an education. Please don't take that in the wrong light. But for you to say that you're better than a man because you're more educated is just as wrong as a man saying he's better than you because he's more academically educated. Watch this. Lady has a doctorate degree. Her husband has no college, but he works, I don't know, for the city of Philadelphia. He's a sanitation worker. I don't know what they make out there. Let's say he's making $70,000 a year, but she has a master's and she's doing something and she's making $80,000 a year. Philadelphia is cold as fuck that day. Boom, the tire blows out. She gets a flat. Pull over on the side of the road. It is 10 degrees outside. Who's changing that tire?
Whoa! What the hold the key. That's kind of pretty before it gets started.
What?
Do not play with me. Do not play with me. Who's changing that tire? Is your degree going to change that tire? Is your extra $20,000 to $30,000 a year that you make more than him going to change that tire? No. You expect him to pull that car over. Even if you was driving. Even if it's your Jaguar that you paid for. That shit blows out. You're going to pull over on the side of the road and look at him. Because how would you look at him? He says, yo, don't look at me. You ain't got AAA? Yeah, I know we got a spare in the back and we got a jack and everything. But you paid for it. You go change that tire. How you going to look at him? And watch this. You might be able to change the tire. But that's your husband. You upstairs, sleeping. Boom, boom, boom. You hear the door get kicked in. You hear scrambling around downstairs. You hear voices. It's a B&E. It's like, oh shit. You hear voices. They're tearing the place up. You hear them, yo, where the Jews at? Where the Jews at? You know what? They might be upstairs. And they running up the stairs. There's a gun in the drawer. The kid's asleep. You woke up. Your husband woke up. Now you jump up out of bed. And you look at your husband and he got the window open 1 foot out. Who was even gonna tell you? He's like, when did you get dressed? When I heard them kicking the door. You pay all the bills, you go handle that. How you gonna look at your man? Who's handling that? Now watch this. He done fixed everything broken in that house with his bare hands. He done paid bills. He might not have been a perfect man, but he was a man. He came home every night. Y'all have grown about 6 or 7 years older. The honeymoon phase has been gone. Now it's down to business. Y'all done spit out a couple of kids. And it's not like it was when you was newlyweds, but you're a family now. And because you make a little more money than him, you feel undone. He's gained a little weight. You spit out 2 kids, you've gained a little weight. He ain't complaining. Now you're not as attracted because when you're not mentally happy, you're not as attracted. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Not tonight. Not tonight, dear. Had a hard day at my $80,000 a year job. And the man is wondering, okay, $80,000 a year, you work in an office. I mean, it could be stressful, but you work in an office. I'm in the elements. And I make less than you. And I'm fixing broken shit in the house. I'm coming home to the kids. I'm coming home to you. I just want to lay up under you, you know, and talk about all day. You don't even want to, because the honeymoon phase has been over with. And now, and what they're saying, due to the statistics, those women are saying, you know what? I'm more educated. I feel undone, and I'm just better than you. And I don't want to be involved in this anymore. So you know what? Although I make more money than you, I want out of this relationship. I want out of this marriage. The thrill is gone. And by the way, I want child support, and the kids stay with me in the house because I can afford it. And you got to go. That's what it's saying in the pinned message up there. That's what the college education has done. Women's college education has devalued the need of a man. And what I'm telling you is, education is not a bad thing, but it doesn't mean that you don't need a man. The examples I just gave you proves that. Oh, of course, Joseph. I've heard of weird stuff like that too. Picasso said his niece is gay and moved to some country in Africa. Hope it's not Uganda, because they don't play that shit. She better grow her hair out and dress like a woman, or move back to the States. She's safer here. These things aren't happening in other countries. And I'm not saying in other countries, women are barefoot and pregnant and getting abused. That's some nonsense that they want you to believe when they found out brothers are getting their passports and exploring their options elsewhere. That's not true. Rachel Donaire was on air and she told you it wasn't true. Filipinas are very educated, but they understand the importance of having a man. They understand the importance of family structure. When you're a single mother, whether you're married at first and chosen to be a single mother after, by way of divorce, you're setting your kids up. Bumpy, what up? You're setting your kids up for failure. You are setting your children up for failure. Stop that shit. Because you have a responsibility to your children, you have a responsibility to your family structure, and you also have a responsibility to your country. Ever thought about that? The black family, I forgot the rate, but we was married at a very high rate prior to 1965. It was downhill after 65, man. I played countless videos for you. I pulled up documentation. We've messed up. Our structure is in the toilet. All these women talking about their bosses. Where's your business at? Boss of what? Over $1 billion in hair and beauty products? And black boys that y'all have birthed are at a 3rd or 4th grade reading level? Divorce, how does it affect our country? A lot of y'all, marriage, y'all don't even know what that is. Single moms, right? The worst part is this divorce stuff. 70% of y'all are filing for divorce. and look up why. I'm not talking about, oh, he was whooping my ass. Oh, he comes home drunk all the time. No. Irreconcilable differences. And listen to what they say. Well, how do we fix this? I don't know. I'm not telling these women not to go to school and get educated. I'm trying to figure out why y'all can't stay married. I'm tired of hearing things like, oh, he's toxic. And no, what does that mean? He's a toxic narcissist. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does toxic mean? What does narcissistic mean? Thank you, Joseph. Women don't need a man, but Beyonce and Michelle Obama are married. Right. Michelle Obama is perfectly capable of handling herself. Isn't she a lawyer by trade? Beyonce, if you want to define what a boss chick is, ain't it her? What's her net worth? It's in the millions. Does she really financially need Jay-Z? Absolutely not. But she's there, and he cheated. Somebody breaking the house. Who's getting out of bed, Jay or Beyonce? Think about what I'm saying, y'all. Stop it. ES, salute. Good to see you. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. That's right, Philip D. Single women keep women single. It's not healthy for your wife to be hanging around a bunch of single, cackling hags. Just like as a man and you're married, why are you turning up with several single friends? They want to do what single men do. Yeah, Stormy, yes, she did. Yes, she did. We don't want to talk about that, though, right? Yes, Stormy, yes, she did. If your single friends want to hang, what do you think your single friends do, fellas? They're in the lounge, they're in the bar trying to bag women. Why are you there? Why are you there? Louis Hatton, salute. Why are you there? Yep, that part, Anthony. Michelle Obama was a Barack supervisor. But she saw value in him, and he went on to become president of the United States. Go figure that. Hillary Clinton, she married the horn dog, Bill. She married that man. And she didn't divorce him. I did not have sexual relations with them. Yes, you did, dude. You got top from that chick. It was open and shut for me. I said, yeah, she did that shit. So what? He got a blowjob. Moving along. So? Come on, man. Cut this crap out. And that's another thing, Philip D. Let me ask y'all a question. Hillary Clinton says, all right, you got a blowjob, and I'm mad at you. And after his presidency was up, she divorces him. Who's getting in a relationship with Hillary Clinton? Better question. What man on that level, on her level, how many men you think is she's going to be able to get into a relationship on her level that's single? How many men? Because she's on a high level. I'm talking about political status, money status. What man can she meet that could be on her level? Same criteria. Zero. Paul, what up, brother? Zero. Anything outside of Bill is her dating downward. And you know women don't like to do that. and she's like 60. Date who you dating? It's over. Stay your ass there. For what? What are you doing? Move for what? Crazy, Stormy. So one of the things when you look at the divorce rate in this country, it says a lot about us as a country. We don't value marriage. We don't value the family structure. Which means we don't value how the kids come up. We'd rather be fighting with each other. The woman putting shit in the kids' heads. The men have to defuse, and it's hard for men to defuse that. These kids are growing up hating their damn parents or their father. Y'all want an example of that? Let me get this. This pissed me off if I could find it. Where's that? Oh, I ain't gonna play that. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me find this other joint. Did I send it? Y'all gotta see this. Because had this been me, yo, look at this, y'all. I ain't gonna say what I would have did, man. Y'all already know what I would have did, man. Look at this. This is what men have to deal with.
Miss Yvonne has acknowledged that her story about you touching your children in a sexual way was not true.
Fair use.
So, Miss
You
Yvonne,
heard
is
that.
there anything that you wanted to say to Mr. Montel?
Why didn't you fight for him harder if you knew you
Excuse
didn't
me?
do it?
And what is it that he could have said that would have made you not believe the lie you were telling? Miss Yvonne, you told the lie. It was a lie, and you told it. And you gotta own it.
I'm sorry. I need you to say that you did not rape your girls. I need to hear it come out your mouth the way I've always heard it, Ma.
I apologize for accusing you of raping them. Please forgive me.
Fair use.
You don't have to forgive him. You don't have to.
I cannot accept your apology because it's not sincere. Deep down, I know that you didn't believe that. You knew I had no sexual desires for my children. For 25 years, this thing has broken me. You don't know.
She don't
it has
care.
affected my life in ways
She don't care.
I can't even
Fair
count
use.
the things that you did.
She don't care. She don't care. No one cares. That woman lied to his daughters for years and said your daughter was sexually attracted to you and he raped you, and into adulthood had them believing that. Years later, they have a lie detector test, and that woman sat there and looked like a liar, made her apologize, and the first thing she said was, why didn't you fight for them harder? No accountability. None. And she had to be stopped and say, yo, man, no. This ain't on him. This is on you. And she apologized with that stupid smirk on her face. Listen, I can't say what I've done. I can tell you what I would have felt I would have done at that moment. I wear size 13s. I punch hard, but I kick even harder. That's all I'm going to say about that. Kane, what up? She ruined that man's life. She ruined that man's life and ruined his relationship with his baby girls. Now, the correct thing is whatever he went through, because I saw some of that. I don't know if the law was involved to a certain extent, but I know it affected him in that way. First of all, she should be put in prison for that. That should be a charge. And all of that was over a failed relationship. Listen, man. We go to war, we die, no one cares. We're remembered and no one cares. Something happens at work, we lose a limb, a finger, a hand, no one cares. Something happens to a woman, people, it's a little more kumbaya at that point. Oh, sidebar. I talked about the police officer in New York that got shot. First of all, they caught the 22-year-old kid who did that. Light-skinned nigga. All right. And I reported that he died. The cop didn't die. He didn't die. I retract that. I'm so sorry. I thought he died. That's just, the first story I got was that he was shot and killed. He didn't die. Thank God. He's in the hospital. He's in Queens somewhere. Thank God. I'm happy that he's alive. 22 years old. Salute to that kid, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Yeah, Stormy. Yeah, Stormy. Yeah, Stormy. So I ain't gonna belabor the point, man. I mean, this is a sad state of affairs. And divorce affects our country in a negative light because the world looks at us and say these Americans can't even keep their household intact. If they can't protect their household, how are they going to protect the borders? Which we can't, because the military enrollment is down. It's all down. And we're not to be taken serious, which is why they're mobilizing and creating their own currency, and they're going to bankrupt us. What are you prepared to do? All this fighting and bickering, women being out of line, choosing 10% of the losers to be fathers. I just saw an article where a woman killed her baby because the man didn't want to be in a relationship with her. I just saw that. Let me see if there's a picture of this hooligan, this fool, this animal. Let me see if I got a picture of her somewhere. Oh, it might have been. No, it's not here. Y'all want to know what women think about other women, y'all? Before I go, look at this.
gotta be able to tell you anything, dog.
What
gotta be able to tell
percentage? What percentage of women do you think that had a train ran on?
Oh man, I'm gonna let her answer that. I have no idea.
95.
95. Friends, was that like a normal thing when you was growing up? Like just like, hey man, I done had 2 buddies over here.
Yeah, growing up, I got a lot of friends.
You talking Chicago here?
Yeah, I mean Chicago. Yeah, it's a lot of people that experienced when they was young.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So yeah, that was going through. Yeah, that was the norm. It was okay, but not okay. It's like if you know, you know. If you don't, you know what I mean? Yeah, but.
I've been talking and my shit was on muted. Damn it. That woman is ugly. And no man wanted to roll over and look at that for the rest of his life. And he said, look, I'll take care of the baby, but I don't want to look at your face. And she got mad and off the child. I did a whole live about the last chick that beat the baby, that cute little baby. Because she saw her baby daddy living his best life with the new girl on Instagram. When she got out of prison, she went on Twitter and said, yo, look, does anyone want this baby? I'd give it to my mother, my grandma, but she too old and I really didn't want the baby in the first place. Who wants to adopt the baby? Not give it to the father, but who wants the baby? Yeah, thank you. My shit was muted. You see what I'm saying? This is the dysfunction. Men, you need to do better. Men need to do better with who they sleep with. And women, you already know the math on that. And there's a percentage of women that say, you know what, if I get pregnant, I'll just keep the baby. I don't need him. Bad move. And all of this, the women that are married and getting divorced for stupid reasons. How do we look as a country? If we can't keep our household together, how are we raising children to keep the damn country together? Our own economy. And you see, this is what I love. America was so focused on busting up the black household that they bust up their own household and they bust up their household in the process too. You can't bust us up without busting up yourself. We're Americans, we're here. We're not the majority, but we're here enough. It's ridiculous, man. I'm gonna get out of here. I got some stuff to do. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, Cash App. Share the video, like and subscribe. We're headed in the right direction, man. So salute to you. Salute to the new friends. Salute to the new haters. Love you all. Get my views up. I appreciate you. Know what I mean? Tomorrow, Saturday, I got a lot to do. We'll be back. Drew Titan LLC. Me and Stormy. Monday, we'll be back. Pep Talk. You already know what we're talking about. Sex is a weapon. Salute to the beautiful love is a word, man. Thank you, man. And thank you guys. Much love and appreciation. Make sure you smash the like button and be nice to one another. Real talk, man. We need more of that. Make peace, not war. Much love, y'all. I'll catch you on the rebound.